The first RuneScape 3 leak is finally here and I can't wait to start playing. Let me quickly explain what it's about. In the Catalyst leak, the entire map is unlocked by default, so no worrying about areas like in old school RuneScape. Unlocking tasks award you with points which can then be used to unlock powerful and fun relics. Both XP rates and rare drops are boosted as well, so we're in for a fun ride. 10 seconds left, this is it, this is what we've been waiting for. Here it is, we can finally join a world after some delays. I don't really care about my character, to be honest. Just going to randomize all. Yep, looks good to me. Alright, I can't believe it, we're actually in. Alright, so for the first relic, obviously we will be going with Excavator. It's just by far the best relic for the archaeology bonuses alone. Alright, the animation is cooking, not gonna lie, but there we go, we have our pickaxe of the ages, so we can finally start. And I'm just going to complete a whole bunch of tasks to try and unlock the next relics as fast as possible. Alright, I've also imported my own layout to make things a bit easier for myself. Look at all of the people here, it's absolutely crazy to see this many people in RuneScape 3. Look at that is the first quest completed on the account, the Blood Pact. Well, actually we got a ton of auto-completions, as you can see we already have 40 quest points, but still the first one we've done ourselves. Already 5 in all of our combat stats. So I just noticed that we actually have the XP per hour here in the metrics tab, which is something that you usually have to pay for, I think. So this probably means that we got this free during the leaks, so that's really cool. Now obviously, since I'm mostly an OSRS player, I'm not going to get rank 1 or anything, but I still wanted to talk about my goals a little bit. So mainly what I want to achieve is try out some RS3 PVM, think of things like the Elite Dungeons, Araxor and Vorcat. On the other side, I also want to max out this account on the leaks and maybe even get like 120 in all skills, which is equal to around 100 million XP. Of course I'll be trying to get some skills to 200 mil, but that will only be for the faster ones. Alright, we're about to unlock the next relic. As you can see, we only need 10 more points, and as soon as we chop this willow tree, we should get those. Oh my god, this actually took like almost a minute, but there we go, 30 league points and we can now unlock our next relic. Alright, so for the next relic I either wanted to go with Golden Footed or Farming Frenzy. I think Golden Footed is really nice because you don't need to train agility at all. However, Farming Frenzy is the better option for the long term. Considering I'm going to need a ton of potions for late game PVM, I think the farming perk will make this much easier. It might be the boring choice here, but I think it's just going to be the best one. There we go. And we now also have times 6 XP instead of times 4, so that will be a pretty nice boost. There we go, that is the natural history quiz completed. That boosts us right up to 22 Slayer and Hunter, very nice. Up until this point I've been following the RS guide for the day 1 of leaks, and it's been pretty cool to follow it, but I think from here I'm just going to do my own thing to make this episode a bit more unique, because there will probably be a lot of people following it. I think it's time to focus on some other skills like necromancy and archaeology. Alright, and completing the archaeology tutorial boosted me straight to level 15. Vampire Slayer boosting our magic level right up to 38, very nice. That is Demon Slayer completed, and I will use these lamps on ranged because that skill is still lacking a bit. One of the most important quests completed, Necromancy. This will be my main combat style throughout the leaks, so yeah, pretty important. Alright, I'm probably the most stupid RuneScape player ever. I just brought raw sardines instead of actual food, so let's hope we can finish off these zombies without a problem, or I'm going to be very pissed at myself. Finally, we've completed the new Foundations quest, so now we have access to the Fort for entry, which is like one of the most important skilling areas in the game. So yeah, probably going to spend a lot of time here in the future. I didn't even notice because I was so AFK, but I got to level 62 construction just from doing the new Foundations quest. And now I've built a statue for some more XP. I have to say I really like these passive tasks like chop any tree, burn any logs, pickpocket anyone. These are the kind of things that really add up in the background while you're just playing the game. Okay, so it's time to see how good Farming Frenzy really is. I'm gonna plant the potato seeds. And yep, they instantly grow. That's honestly so crazy. When you also instantly harvest them. Alright, let's get some farming XP. Okay, and just like that, we're level 23 farming in like a minute of work. This is going to be so fun when we get some higher tier seeds. Oh, thank god they disabled the questions in this place. It would have taken me so long, alright. Straight up to level 42. This is just one of those early game quests that's absolutely broken. Beautiful, Druidic Ritual completed. And we are on a roll here because that is Wolf Whistle also completed. Giving us our first summoning XP straight to level 12. Now only Dungeoneering remains as our last level 1 skill. Alright, I'm about to complete this weird quest called Duck Quest. And I have never done it before, it was kind of funny. But more importantly, this will give me the last 30 points I need for my next relic. Look at that, beautiful, I have now unlocked the third relic. Now, before I select it, I'm quickly going to head over into the wilderness, because there is currently a wilderness flash event going on I want to participate in. Massive XP drop, 18k farming XP, nice. The second XP drop was also massive at 29k, this time for woodcutting. Alright, and the last XP drop, once again 29k. Our firemaking and woodcutting just went up to 44, so that's pretty cool, but let's open these rewards. I think we can get some pretty decent stuff from this if we get lucky, so let's see. Right, I don't know how good or bad these are at the moment. I know that these high alch for a pretty decent amount, but this is the one where we can get the really good drops from. And we got... I think we actually got good stuff. A Black Dragon Egg unchecked and Brawling Gloves for Hunter. But now, of course, much more important is our next relic choice. We can choose between Fairy's Flight, Assassin's Insight and Voidwalker. Now, Fairy's Flight is pretty useless for me since I've got the Farming Frenzy relic, because like the only thing this does is teleport you to farming patches. The Voidwalker is pretty useful, but I think I'm still going to go with Assassin's Insight because I do plan on training quite a bit of Slayer. One of my goals is to get at least level 120 Slayer, but maybe even 200 mil, so this is gonna come in really handy for that. It basically lets you teleport to any Slayer master and any Slayer monster, so yeah, really overpowered. This tier also reduces our movement abilities cooldown to 4.8 seconds, which is pretty insane considering it is now at 20.4 seconds. There we go, that is our third relic activated. We are now officially in tier 3. Another quest completed, What's Mine is Yours. This is basically like the remake of Doric's quest from old school RuneScape. We're about to hand in the Night Sword quest. Look at this, the XP lamp is 12k XP times 6. 76,000 XP, just like that, all the way up to 48 thieving. Part of the reason I decided to go with the Skull of Slaying is because we have now unlocked a free teleport to Prifddinas. Now of course you can get here without this item, but it just makes it a little bit easier. Beautiful, we've completed the Killy Row quest, so we can now upgrade our Necromancy armor. Now I have to be honest, it is getting pretty late, so upgrading the armor will be something for tomorrow. However, I think we've made some great progress this day already. Looking at the high scores, my rank is around 1300, which is honestly not too bad considering I'm an OSRS player. Now this is the rank for points. You can actually see for the total level that we are much higher at top 400. I honestly didn't expect me to do this well on the first day. Obviously by tomorrow when I went to bed it will be much lower, but still I'm pretty proud of this. Alright, thank you so much for watching everyone. I'm going to do some gem mining while I'll edit the video because this will be some very good progress towards the invention skill, getting both mining and crafting XP. I really hope you enjoyed my progress for the first day. I won't be back tomorrow with another episode because I will bundle the next couple of days together into one bigger episode. I just wanted to get this one out today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!